At ages 10, 30, and 50, his body doesn't age normally, but actually grows younger each year. On the day he was born, he already looked like an old man. His mother passed away during childbirth, and his father couldn't accept this reality, so he abandoned him at a nursing home entrance. A kind caregiver took him in and became his mother figure. There he received his name, Benjamin. Soon Benjamin turned 7 years old, but he still appeared elderly. Fortunately, his appearance fit right in at the nursing home. The residents here lived repetitive days, but Benjamin always wondered what really lay beyond these streets. The problem was, he hadn't learned to walk yet. His caretaker asked the priest to help the poor child, thinking he must be possessed. With the priest's encouragement, Benjamin tried leaving his wheelchair for the first time and learned to walk like a toddler. When he finally walked, the priest thought it was a miracle and passed away right there. Death was common in the nursing home, but Benjamin didn't understand it. Old residents kept passing away, and new ones kept arriving. Then a little person arrived at the home. Cheerful and talkative, he became the first person to show Benjamin the world outside the nursing home. Benjamin asked why he was always alone. The man explained that outsiders like them often are. No matter your skin color or appearance, people are always lonely. But what's truly frightening isn't loneliness, but the fear of being alone. Not everyone at the home was elderly. Family members visited regularly. This helped Benjamin meet real peers. Daisy became his only childhood friend. He told Daisy he wasn't as old as he looked. She sensed Benjamin was different from other elders, but adults didn't understand their friendship. His caretaker comforted him, saying others wouldn't understand his uniqueness. The next day, his little person friend said goodbye. As he was leaving town, Benjamin learned that even without death, people could still part ways easily. After his friend left, a wealthy lady moved into the home, always dressed elegantly, as if going out, though she never left, and no one ever visited. She taught Benjamin that playing piano wasn't about perfection, but about the feeling while playing. As days passed, Benjamin felt his body growing stronger. He finally could explore the outside world. He found work as a sailor at the docks. Though rumors said the captain never paid, Benjamin didn't mind. He took his first job seriously, and surprisingly received payment on time. When the captain learned this old-looking man had never been with a woman, he paid for Benjamin's first experience. Benjamin then understood money's importance. There he met someone, the father who had abandoned him. His father didn't reveal his identity, just offered a ride as a stranger. He owned a button factory and was successful in business, but his wife had died long ago during childbirth. Benjamin grew younger, while Daisy became a young woman. He told the wealthy lady he grew younger instead of older. She felt sorry for him, saying he'd have to watch loved ones die before him. This shocked Benjamin, who had never seriously considered mortality. Before he could ponder this, the wealthy lady passed away. At 17, Benjamin decided to leave home and start a new life. He traveled to many places, sending postcards to Daisy everywhere he went. He learned through letters that Daisy had become a ballet dancer as she dreamed. In a Murmansk tavern, he met an older married woman. She said she once tried to become the first woman to swim across the English Channel, but failed 2 miles from shore. She told everyone she'd try again, but grew old without doing so. Perhaps mistaking Benjamin's innocence for maturity, she kissed him first. In Benjamin's memory, she was the first woman to love him. Their relationship lasted a while, until she said goodbye like others. After Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, their ship was recruited for rescue missions. On their first rescue day, they encountered enemies. The brave captain rammed an enemy submarine, but was seriously wounded. After the war, 6-year-old Benjamin returned to the nursing home. One morning, he saw Daisy again, though he looked younger. Compared to Daisy in her prime, he still seemed too old. That night, he barely heard her words, only remembering her graceful dancing and captivating eyes. Daisy talked about her romantic life in the dance company and her own struggles with excess. Benjamin understood that even with this miraculous reunion, he was just an ordinary passerby in Daisy's life. Then an old friend visited Benjamin, who didn't have much time left. He showed Benjamin his button factory and revealed his identity as Benjamin's father. He didn't expect forgiveness, just wanted Benjamin to inherit his wealth. Benjamin's caretaker didn't forgive the father, but this time, Benjamin didn't listen to her. In his father's final moments, he carried him to the seaside. When things go wrong, you can rage like a mad dog, curse and blame fate, but eventually, you have to let go. Benjamin chose to forgive, and his father passed peacefully. As a child, he thought money mattered most, but with his inheritance, he felt something still missing from life. Daisy shone brightly on stage, too perfect. Benjamin's appearance flustered her. In her dance world, with all its young men, Benjamin still seemed too old. Not wanting to disrupt Daisy's youth, he left quietly. Later, Daisy became a famous ballerina, performing worldwide, but she often remembered Benjamin. Meanwhile, Benjamin focused on exploring life, experiencing everything he'd missed. While growing younger, when he next heard from Daisy, their situations had reversed. A car accident broke Daisy's leg. Unlike Benjamin, she couldn't accept being imperfect, especially around him. She refused his care, crying for him to leave, even if it meant disappearing from her life. Understanding her feelings, Benjamin watched over her secretly before traveling on. He learned sailing with his father's boat, spent time with various women, until one spring years later, Daisy returned, recovered well, though she couldn't dance anymore. This time, nothing kept them apart. You can try to love someone, but you have to meet at the right time. All former barriers between them had vanished like passing mountains. During their travels, Benjamin's caretaker passed away. He'd witnessed many deaths, but this time, he felt life's brevity especially keenly. He sold his father's mansion and moved into an apartment with Daisy. Those were his happiest days. No furniture, waking up late, living carefree on mattresses. Seeing young women's perfect bodies often made Daisy cry. Benjamin comforted her that even without injury, she'd have left the stage eventually. But Daisy's sadness wasn't about that. Nobody understood aging better than Benjamin. At that familiar seaside, where he'd said goodbye to his father, he taught Daisy to accept fate. Nobody stays perfect forever. He accepted this truth. Daisy opened a dance studio, her way of making peace with fate. Then she became pregnant. Daisy looked forward to their family of 3. But Benjamin worried, not just that their child might be like him, but that he'd grow younger, unable to provide a normal family life. But Daisy insisted on keeping the baby. Then on TV appeared a familiar face, the first woman who loved Benjamin, challenging the English channel again. She succeeded, giving Benjamin courage to welcome their new child. The birth was Benjamin's most nervous moment, but mother and daughter were safe. They had a lovely daughter. His fears didn't come true. Their daughter grew up normal and healthy. But as Benjamin grew younger, their daughter would lack a father and grow up in a strange family. He'd eventually become a burden to both of them. He sold all his father's assets, left everything to Daisy secretly, then disappeared from their lives. He went to India, bathed in the Ganges, worked as a cleaner and security guard, wandered aimlessly worldwide. Years later, one night, a young man visited Daisy's dance studio. Recognizing Benjamin brought mixed emotions to Daisy. 12 years had passed. Their daughter had become a beautiful young woman. Daisy carefully introduced this big brother to their daughter. Daisy had started a new family now. In her eyes, her husband was kind and sunny, a good father. Daisy finally understood Benjamin's choice years ago. Benjamin truly grew younger and couldn't fit into their lives. Daisy saw Benjamin again after her husband passed away. The welfare agency called about a child who seemed to remember nothing, just a notebook with a nursing home address and Daisy's name. Life's wheel had turned full circle, back to the nursing home, where everything began. Though Benjamin didn't remember who he was or where he was, Daisy cared for him like both mother and wife until his life's end.